Well, I guess this is my first, diary message. I guess I'll say journal message is a bit more masculine. My name is Samuel Houston. No correlation to the great leader, Samuel Houston. Now I'm a 24-year-old from San Antonio. My parents, my mom and pop, they own their farm. They had that farm for about 2 generations. Thankfully, we got it out of those dirty Mexican hands. They really tried to steal our land there. Now we can have slaves there. We can't afford any slaves. Just mom, pop, 3 sisters, 3 brothers. But we can own slaves. That's what the South is all about. Thankfully. It's really crazy that, thankfully the U.S. stood up for what was right. They saw us winning that war, us Texans. Oof, my daddy was fighting in that. He basically won that thing by himself, let me tell you. He saw the Alamo, saw it by himself. Yes, sir. Yeah, he really didn't. He got to walk around after the fight had already happened, but my father, he's a real fighter. Don't worry about that. But now, thankfully, now that I'm a U.S. citizen, I am glad to see that we are able to conquer this entire, great land from sea to shining sea. I really think this is one of the most important things that we can do. So what that we had to kick out a couple of Indians. I mean, it is what it is. We're basically giving them free land anyways. I heard there's some gold down there in California. So really, this was really God telling us, I go to missionary every single Sunday. My grandpappy was Catholic. He was a Spaniard, but we don't talk about that. So along with that being Catholic, this is really God telling you. They found gold in California. What are the odds that we beat California in a war from Mexico? And then we find gold. That is God-given intervention. And along with that, we can only thank our shining stars that we basically have taken over this entire continent. Above us, there was some scrambling through the Russian or whatever. None of that really matters. The U.S. fighting. I've been hearing some rumbling and tumbling. This in the North and the South, and honestly, they're really trying to take away our slaves. Slaves were given to us by God. In the Bible, there is slavery, so why shouldn't there be slavery in the U.S.? I don't understand it. Thankfully, as a Texas, I will always stand up and fight for what I believe is right. And if that means I have to separate, we already separated from Mexico. And while the U.S. may be great, doesn't mean it can't be better. Thank you very much. Sammy Houston. Bye.